Hello, everyone, and welcome to Intuitive Healing. This is Suparna Bakaya. And if you've been liking the channel so far and the readings that I post, and you feel you resonate with them, please don't feel shy from liking, subscribing, and sharing. Don't forget to do that before we move forward. And today we are going to do a career, work, success, growth reading for the month of November for the remaining sun signs of Aquarius and Pisces. I know a lot of you have been waiting for the reading for these two sun signs, as you know, typically speaking, conventionally they come towards the end of the sun sign cycle, the zodiac. So let's begin without further delay. So we'll do Aquarius and one card for each week of November. So Aquarius, please keep the intentions as to what you want to know work related, what you want to know regarding your career, what kind of growth do you have in mind. Just keep the intention and you'll get specific messages from the universe guiding you as to how to go about, manifesting the career that you want in the coming month. So let's get on with it. Okay, so the messages for Aquarius for the month of November. Messages for Aquarius for the month. Whoa, you guys are very ready. When the cards come popping out like that, it means you're very ready to accept the messages. Okay, so right, same way. Pisces, let's do the same thing for you guys as well. Just keep the intention, work related, career related, what you have in mind, and we'll draw out 4 cards for you as well for November and what your career looks like in the month of November. Okay, messages for Pisces for the month of November. Messages for Pisces for the month of November. Okay. Messages for Pisces for the month of November. You guys seem to be equally ready as the Aquarius, wanting to know what your cards will reveal, what your messages will be. Sorry, too many. Otherwise, I would have picked up one jumping card from that. Okay, keep going, come on, Pisces. One more card for you. There seem to be a couple that want to come out, and I want to pick out one more message for Pisces for the month of November with regards to career, and there we go. Okay, sorry for shaking the camera. I'll try to hold it, and there we go. Okay, so let me just get the cards all in a straight line first. Yeah, okay, there we begin. So ready, Aquarius? There we go. So for you, oh my God, look at that. That is just a beautiful card to begin with. Let's try and zoom it here if I can. I hope you guys can read it. So this is the best card from the entire deck. It is a wish come true card. And when this comes out, career-wise, you can literally manifest whatever it is you want and it will start following through, okay? In November, you'll see a lot more growth in your career. A lot of times people wonder, well, but that's not happening because, I'm not getting the money for it, or I don't see such a big change financially. Well, remember that, it takes time sometimes for the money and at the physical level things to manifest, but there can be a lot of advice that you can get. Their growth can be in multiple ways, and it could be a promotion, it could be a job opportunity. Maybe you've already got it, right, and you're pursuing that, and you're headed in the right direction, and it seems to be going very well for you work wise. So you're going in the direction that you wanted to see yourself go in, and that has already begun, or you'll see it very soon in the first week of November, anytime now. And then you're being asked to plan your next steps with a long-term future. So like I just said, don't think of short-term returns, and you'll have to have patience in building your career. Some careers are such that they can take time and investment of money and of patience. Sorry, I said money, but they can take investment of patience and time more than anything else. Not money, in fact. And sometimes that can be the biggest investment that you have to pay, and a very challenging investment, because you simply have to wait for the results to show up later on. But when this card is coming in, especially after a succession of this card, it means that you have to plan your next steps with very long-term future. and have satisfaction that you've come here, you've done a job very well. Universe is giving you a big pat on the back. Hip hip hooray to yourself. And there are going to be more good things that are going to come in future in store for you. So you'll see in November a lot of that happening, a lot of that energy. So utilize all of it. Don't get pulled back. Pull yourself up if you feel down. And remember, I just made a reel, a couple days back on Diwali, saying the very same thing, that if you're not feeling great on a particular day, just pick yourself up. Try to pick yourself up. First of all, allow yourself to feel a certain way, and then do whatever you need to do in terms of distracting yourself to feel better. Do whatever distraction, rest, um, you know, following your hobbies, passions, whatever it is. But keep picking yourself up, because these are few long-term plans. So they might take time for them to show in the grandness that you want them to show in, but it's nonetheless happening, guaranteed. Okay. Once that happens, once you've passed, then in the middle of November, you might hit some sort of loggerheads, which means that you might come across people who don't support you, or you might get into a conflict with people who don't support what you're doing, and they might want you to take a more practical approach towards life and getting there quick, and so on and so forth. You're being guided to pick and choose your battles. You will multitask everything very beautifully. You have the ability to multitask. You will go through things beautifully. It's just that when you're doing so much, you are already tired, and then if you don't find people who are very supportive around you, then you can get all the more exhausted. So I always say that the whole point of doing these readings ahead of time for the next month is so that you can plan ahead, right? So now that you know, Aquarius, that that is what is going to happen sometime in November, and that you might already be around such people or with such people, and they might create that sort of energy around you again. You are being carefully and very, very religiously and being guided to stay away from those conflicts. You have to pick and choose your battles. You have to decide where to spend your energy, because you are not going to be able to convince certain very, very orthodox or conventional people to think in a very different way, right? So, and you're not going to be able to adopt their thought process or their ways of thinking either. So it's best to just let it be. Okay, so you have to pick and choose your battles. You have to decide where you want to put your energy in, and you have to accept that if you cannot change this conflict, or if you cannot uh, you know, cannot win the conflict, then your best choice is to simply avoid it. And this is not coming from a fear of argument, a fear of assertiveness. No, this is not that sort of avoidance. This is very healthy avoidance coming from a space of you knowing what your boundaries are and what you need to avoid doing. Okay, so as healthy as it is for us to know when to be assertive, it is equally healthy for us to know when to give up and kind of let go. If not give up, then just let go. Like how much do you want to passionately attach yourself to these conflicts? There is no point, so just let it go. And once you do that, look how beautiful again. So once you do that, you have to be practical with respect to how you proceed in your life, and you will decide how you want to proceed. And this talks of a queen of autumn. You seem to be a very generous, stylish, gracious, very practical person. You have the ability to make everything around you very, very beautiful, right? So you have to simply remember that. Okay, don't get distracted, and you will find somebody very, very soon, somebody who can help your dreams come true career wise, right? Maybe you meet somebody work wise, maybe you meet somebody outside work, but they will help you to create the work life, the career life, the growth life that you have always seen yourself having. Okay, so you will soon meet such a person, or more than one such a person. So don't get dragged, and don't get caught up in these arguments, because the way the reading works is that this message comes true if you follow the guidance that is there before it. If you don't, then this can change into another message. So most likely than not, you will meet this person, but to do that, please remember to stay out of don't get involved in unnecessary conflicts. Just pick and choose your battles. Do what you absolutely need to do, and don't do what you can just get away with in terms of arguments and conflicts. If there is a question of compromising your principles, don't do that. But in terms of action, don't do that. But that doesn't mean you try and keep convincing other people to believe your side of the story. Let it go. So that's your reading for the month of November, Aquarius. If you have any questions, feel free to message me. And yeah, that looks like a good month for you overall. Just one broad suggestion or lesson to work on, but rest of it looks pretty smooth and going very much in the direction that you've always wanted it to be. All right, time for Pisces. Let's see what you have in store, guys. So for November, the first week itself, you have to protect the work that you've been doing so far. And you are also being guided to prepare for possible challenges in the future. You might have started a new work and it's, maybe going a certain way and you don't know how it'll go in the future. And you're asked to keep doing, protect that work in whatever way you can. Don't give up hope, but be prepared that it might go up and down in a certain way. And if you're prepared for that mentally, then you'll be able to get through it way more easily, right? And you'll attract more abundance, growth, and joy. If you create a very negative energy, because suddenly if you don't know that the challenge is coming and it hits you out of nowhere, it's difficult to fight back. So get prepared that it can get challenging in the future, and protect your ideas. And if that happens, if you're able to protect your ideas, protect yourself, protect the work that you've been doing, create a protective energy around it, then in the future things will get smooth. Once that happens, you will, as you move forward in November, you will be deciding between two opportunities. One which is related to your passion, to your heart, one which is a more practical approach, and where you would probably feel the desire, a deep desire to be pleasing other people, right? Again, the same thing, one of the same things that I was mentioning to Aquarius, that that one has to sometimes follow a practical approach, and sometimes you have to stick with what you want, and let go of things that you can't change. In the same way for you, Pisces, some sort of indecision is holding you back or will hold you back in the coming month. And you will feel a desire, a strong desire to validate or to get validation, and to make other people happy, or to do something which makes them happy. And you'll get it very, very torn between the intellect and the emotion. However, you are in touch with your gut feelings. You are very much in connect with your intuition, with your inner wisdom. Do not compromise that. Whatever career option you choose, whatever path you choose, make sure it is the one that makes you the most happy, not other people. As long as that is your mantra, you'll make the right choice. If you go on to make a choice that makes other people happy over and above you, then you will unfortunately be unhappy, because of course that's the message you just sent to the universe, right? That it's okay for me to come second. It's okay for me to please other people at the cost of my own happiness. So, well, why won't universe give you back what you just asked for? The universe will return more and more of such people, more and more of such judgments to you, right? So, if you don't want to have that cycle around you, you need to stop yourself from falling prey into, getting appreciation from other people, validation from other people. You must do, Pisces, what makes you truly happy, and not go crazy after pleasing other people, right? Those who really love you, those who really care for you, will come around and see your point of view. And even if they love you a lot and they care for you, but they cannot come around and see your point of view, then it's just a loss, unfortunately. But that doesn't mean that you waver from your true passions. Once you do that, well, there is a romantic loved one in your life, or someone else in your life who you really, really trust. And this person is very, very devoted to you. They're very mature, very loving, very caring, and they will give you very, very good advice. Sometimes people have they have very correct advice, but they give it in a very blunt sort of way. This person is not like that. So they will tell you something regarding your career and how you should go about, making it where you want to go, and manifesting more of your dreams. That they will tell you in a very, very nice, loving, caring manner, because they want your best. There is nothing shallow here, there is nothing negative here. And they will probably guide you to get involved in some cultural endeavor. Christmas is around the corner, Halloween is there before that. So you'll get excellent advice from this person. So whoever comes to mind when I talk of this card is the person you should go to for advice with regards to your career and how to move forward. Once you do that, then eventually you find a new relationship or an emotional experience. You start getting invitations to social events. So that looks like it's going to turn for you by the end of November, Pisces. If you follow this, if you listen to your, prepare that it might be a little time of challenge in the upcoming few weeks, and then you prepare for it, but you stick to your gut and you still keep doing what you really, really want to do. You don't compromise, and you take excellent, mature advice from a loving, caring, loved, mature, practical, expert person in the field, and who has an idea of what you're doing. Then you will see a change. okay, in your work, in your career. You'll get a new opportunity somewhere. You start getting invitation to social events. I was just talking about Halloween and Christmas and so on and so forth. And you'll even be able to, share your concerns with a loved one, with family, friends, and you'll start getting the emotional support that you need. But first of all, you need to be there for yourself, right? So that you can send the message to the universe that I'm there for myself and I don't abandon myself in order to please other people. Universe will hear it and start giving you the support that you need. Versus if you compromise and you run towards trying to please other people, universe will again give you exactly what you asked for, which is the same kind of people, the same kind of scenario, and this keeps going like a vicious cycle, right? So just remember, Pisces, to listen to your gut. Prepare ahead, just be strong, prepare ahead for challenges. Don't let it throw you off mentally, emotionally. And towards the end of November, again, you'll find stability. So your challenge will primarily be the first 2 weeks, and then again, you're going to find stability. So that's it for Aquarius and the sun sign of Pisces. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Lots of love to you. If you have any questions, feel free to ask through the comments. Have a beautiful day, and I will be here again tomorrow. Bye bye.